Hey New Life family, I'm here with the one and only Alexy Goldstein. He is the CEO and founder of New Life, and so he has done so much for this company, and I'm so excited to have him here with us. He has so much knowledge to share with us, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. But first, I want to get more into a little bit about his background. So if you didn't know, Alexy is from Lebanon, and he came over to America at what age did you come over at?
I actually came when I was like 9 years old with my family with a couple of visits, but then I returned when I was 17.
Okay, awesome. And Alexy, you know, he has a lot of experience with the family. It sounds like it's a family business, really. And so I want to ask more about the foundings of New Life and where it all began.
Oh wow, yeah, why not? I was going to Fresno State studying architecture in Fresno City at the time, and 3 semesters into it, I got a phone call from my father. He had just purchased a tiny little store in Pleasant Hill, North California, and he said, "Hey, take the summer off. I need you to come watch the store while I go, visit your mom and brothers back home." And he left, and he never came back. He called a few months later, and he said, "Yeah, so I'm not coming back. We're happy over here. Your mom doesn't want to move to the States, and neither do your brothers. So just sell the store and go to school and just come back later and send me the money." And I'm like, I was 17, like I don't know how to sell a store. I don't know how to run the register. So that was like the beginning of me by force, getting to know the industry. So it was a health food store, herbs and vitamins and all that. People were walking in and out and asking me questions. I don't know where anything is. I don't know how things work. And there was a nutritionist that was there and that disappeared that first Monday that I showed up. She just didn't show up. She had like family issues and she just disappeared. So I was forced to learn, and back then there was like no Google, so I can just Google everything, find out what it looks like, and go find it on the shelf. So books, the old way, go through books. So people come in, ask me for stuff, and little by little I started learning, opening books, learning one product at a time. And a few weeks later, I felt a little bit more confident. I know where things are, and when people start asking me questions, I was able to recommend something that I know from research and from studying it, that it makes a difference. And the best thing ever was when people purchase something, they leave, they come back a few weeks or a couple of months later, and they're like, "I feel amazing, thank you." And that was it. That kind of got me totally gelled to our industry and my industry. And this is when I just started diving in research, and it was the biggest reward you can ever feel when somebody comes back and tell you, "You made a difference in my life. I feel great. My husband feels great. You've helped my kid feel better," right? And I'm like, okay, I'm dedicated. There's nothing else I want to do. And it's been 31 years. It's been over 30 years already since I was 17. So this is where we're at today. And this is just the beginning. And then of course, the progression, of my career, where I started in product formulations 5 years after that. And product, it was a difficult task because there was so much controversy in a large industry where so much quality is in question, and big companies get caught even on TV with having houseplants in their products instead of actual ingredients. And the industry wasn't that regulated. Again, we're talking 20, 25 years ago. So I was like, hey, this is not acceptable. So I started looking into manufacturing. I learned so much about the quality between product. The same product can be $100 a kilo or $1,000 a kilo. So I found out that the actual active ingredient can vary from one to another. And I elected to make my first product with the most expensive ingredients and no compromise. And I remember the first product ever I made, it was a men's product actually for prostate. I still remember that. And I remember I didn't have that much money, so I made only 144 bottles because that's all I can afford. And when I put it on the shelf by like competing brands, it was like 5 times more expensive. So I didn't know. I'm like, this is how much it costs. This product is more expensive. So a lot of people come in, and when I recommend it, they'll be like, "Why is this so expensive?" So I told them the truth. This is why I used the most expensive this ingredient, because it has 95% active ingredient instead of 5% active ingredient. So anyways, I told them everything. They actually believed me and they gave it a shot. And man, this is when my career in manufacturing and formulating products started, because those people would go and come back with notes from their doctors on improving numbers, right? And for me, I'm like, I'm never ever compromising quality for a dollar, because this is people's life, people's health, and the quality and integrity and ingredients is the most important thing, because people are trusting me and they're investing in their life. And there's no way I'm going to jeopardize that relationship that I've been building and my love to the industry, my passion to save a dollar or two to make money on it, because it's all about them coming back and telling me thank you, I feel better. And 500 products later, SomaDerm was born in 2001. And of course, SomaDerm was developed personally for my friends in the bodybuilding area and MMA. I was friends with the Gracie family, still am. I met with them last week. And they just love this product because they deal a lot with pro hormones and cycles and off cycles. And this product was their savior. And just grew one person at a time, one client at a time. All of a sudden, dojos are calling me, stores are calling me. Goes all of a sudden, state to state, distributors are calling me. Distributors, as in distributors that sell to stores. And this product started crawling little by little, coast to coast. And then this gentleman named Joe Giuliano calls me up. He hears about the product. He's like, let me talk to you about it a little bit. I used it with my wife. I got so much results from it. And I would like for you to jump on a phone call and talk about the product. And for 10 minutes, I'll ask you a few questions, literally 10 minutes, right? And I did it. Jumped on the phone, talked about the product, hung up the phone. All of a sudden, the website exploded with orders. Super cool, right? And like 3-4 months later, he gives me a call back. He's like, you need to get back on the phone and listen to these people. I'm like, okay. So I get on, and I literally was listening to people's testimonials. People never ever met anywhere all over the country. I was literally in tears forever. It felt like I'm right there talking to my clients one-on-one that I started, 2 decades ago plus, doing this, and it was very emotional to me. And I'm like, wait, I can, instead of working with one client at a time, one store owner at a time, one business owner at a time, I can actually touch all these people's lives at once. And this is when I started building a new life, started building this beautiful company and this family, and that was the beginning.
What a beginning. I mean, there's just so much to go into, but the first thing I really want to talk about is your passion for caring for other people. When do you think that began? Because you talk about how you were like, I just opened the books and then started learning and then people came in. So when do you think within your time you were like, this is something I really care about. I really care about these people. I really care about making people feel better and helping them improve their quality of living?
That's a hard question. I mean, I don't know where it started. I think the gratification inside I remember when I was young, I didn't know what I was going to do in my life, and I did architecture because my father was like, he was my superstar, and that was one of the many things that he's established in his life, so that's what I wanted to do. But it was coincidence when that first, I remember her, she's still my client till now. Her name is Beth. I'm not gonna say her last name, Beth R. Okay, and I know all her family and all of that until today. When she came back and she gave me that compliment, and the fact that I was a part of what made her feel better, I can't describe this emotion. It's just overwhelming, and it feels like I got a different type of confidence. It wasn't about me. It's about, I can actually help somebody else and change their life in a positive direction, especially with nowadays what our bodies and our health is going through because all the stuff around us and all the epigenetics. So this is where it started. It's kind of like it's in here. I can't describe it. It's just in there. It's like a disorder. It's not about me. It's about other people. And the cool part, it just paid off so well because you're able to deal with everything in life when it's not about you. It's about other people. It makes life easier.
It's true. And I can tell so much just from, I've only been at New Life for a couple of months, but I can just tell with the people we interact and the stories they share, they love what we do. They love what you've done, and they love the impact that you've had on their lives. So that brings me to my next question. So you talk about how you created, the gel, you created SomaDerm, and then you met Joe Giuliano. When did you think in your mind, okay, I'm going to create New Life. I'm going to make this what it is today?
So this is the part where I was thinking about improving people's life in a large portion, multiple people instead of one at a time, and then also offering a financial opportunity for the people sharing the story to be able to change other people's lives and reward them for it financially. I'm committed to this forever. This is like a beautiful story. So it's like that thing inside me that I told you about that I feel, this just seals the deal for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you want to share something about what it is that keeps you going? What keeps you motivated? What keeps you doing what you do?
The same thing that I said earlier, the same thing from day one, people's stories. So life is very challenging, and especially people have different needs, and people's health on average deteriorating because of environmental and diets and all of that stuff. So when I feel that I'm able to help somebody feel better in any way, shape, or form, this is what gives me energy, inside out, upside down. It's almost like an addiction to me, and it gives me energy nonstop, because again, it's not about me. I feel like somebody needs help, and there's a way I can contribute a little bit in their life, and I don't want to take this for granted, and I want to make sure it's the best opportunity, and I can provide them with something of deep, sincere quality and integrity. And today, in this environment that we live in, the industry is so massive and confusing, and I want to make sure they don't have to stress about this anymore. Let me do that, and I'll let them know it's the best of the best and provide them the best that I can.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. That's amazing. And you care so much about the quality of life. Like you said, everything affects someone's life, and you just want to help and make them just live easier, live better.
That's my goal.
That's awesome. Well, I want to ask you one last question. So, as the CEO and founder of New Life, what makes you most excited for the future, especially for New Life?
More people to meet, more lives to change, more countries to go to, more products to share with people. Oh my God, I can't wait for the future. What we've been working on for the last 5 years, and what we're trying to solidify for the future, is creating a good, strong community and a hub where people can come and have an opportunity, either to improve a business opportunity, right? But more importantly, it's a personal opportunity to belong to a family, to belong to an opportunity that actually gives them support and backs them up. And in the background, you have to have a quality product for them to be able to share and feel proud that they're changing people's lives, just like the way I do. So I want them to feel that themselves. I want my people to feel what I feel and get addicted to that same awesome feeling. And that's what we're going to be doing in the future. This is what we're going to be doing too. And we're going to be sharing this with people all over the world. And it's been an unbelievable journey.
It's been so awesome to chat with you. I just want to ask you one last question, if that's okay.
Sure, please.
What advice do you have for someone who's just starting out with New Life, who's not sure where to go, not sure what to do? What advice do you have for them?
Man, dive in head on. You have a beautiful family inside and out. You'll have support and love all around you. Come learn who we are. Come learn about our products. Come learn how you can change other people's lives, and you're going to have full support inside and out every way you can think. So this is the place to be. Your dollar is safer in my pocket than your own. Your health is better in my pocket than your own, because my attention is to people and people's health and how I can help. So you being here is my responsibility. Your health is my responsibility. And any way I can help, I'm going to do it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Alexy. It was an honor talking to you. Thank you for being here.
Honor's mine.
You're the best.
Thank you.
See you guys.